Hi everyone, hope you're good and everything's okay. So I would like to welcome you in this part. Actually, it's going to be the last part. It's going to be all about to end our project we're working on. I hope everything will be well, right? I might add something greater, but it will be quick as we can. So the thing is, we're done with just system registry. User are able to save the citizen vaccination. So then number C and D, we're going to try to make sure we're able to print and vaccinate citizen from the citizen registry. That means we're going to make sure we're able to print unvaccinated one. That means the one who are not in the vaccination table. Also, the user should be able to print the vaccinated citizen with the respective vaccine brand. That means by retrieving data from the citizen vaccination table, by using the ID, we'll be able to represent the citizen ID and names. Not on that, so we can provide even phone number, but even the vaccine brand they took. So that's the thing we're going to work on as soon as we can, so that we make the things clear. So we're going to make sure, this is how things are going to work on. After this one, after implementing, because we didn't implement some annotation for many-to-many for association one, we try to go ahead, try to see if we can implement that one. I was trying to make things as beginner, but I will just make things as intermediate and somehow for those kind of the association and so on. So we don't take much time for enough talking. I try to go ahead and try to create another class that are going to be able to display vaccinated citizen and unvaccinated one. Actually, it's going to be the table. I want to make something so that we are not going to continue to call one class by one class, so that we can make sure we add something later on. I'm going to make sure this class are able to communicate each other, nothing else. Okay. Even you can have a desktop pen that's going to control all the things, can call one by one, and then you're good to go. So let us first try to create under the view. And the view, let us create a Java class, gframe form. Let's say no longer having. Let us go to the other. Let us find swing joy form. We check for gframe form. Click next. I want to call it. Let us call the name data printing. I want to print information under the tables and nothing else. Okay. So the question is, we are supposed to create a way we can print out vaccinated one and non-vaccinated list. So I'm going to make it to be in the same way. It's not good design, but as long as it's functional, we're good to go. Let us have two panels. The first panel goes with the vaccinated one, and that panel goes with non-vaccinated one. Let's change the properties. Let us to be like border with some border in it, nothing else. Just line border. We go to go. So let us have also. Let us close this one. Let us have another panel. Going to be two of them to make it short. Okay. Let's have another panel like that one. Okay. Same properties from here. So line border. Okay, let us go ahead and create some label. This one is going to be two labels. Click escape, and then edit say unvaccinated citizen. As simple as that. Okay. So also you can have vaccinated citizen. So we can select all of them by using control and then change some properties for it. You can change the font. We go ahead change the font, say this font color. I want to check the font. You can make it bold 18 because somehow the title, nothing else. Okay, now we go like this one, something for the design, nothing else. So let us have a table. Let us come up with table now. Let us come up with the table. The first table will be right here. So let us minimize so that we can have something that's going to be looking great. And then we decrease this one. Okay, let's have another table right here. Decrease the size tool, same thing. This is all about design. Takes time, we know about that, but so okay, we good from here. We have this one. So now let us try to go on source. So we're going to configure something so that let us first change the variable name for this one. That's called unvaccinated table. So this one we're going to call it vaccinated table. So now let us go to the source file for this one. The first thing we need to do, we're going to add some codes from here. We need to add the columns header for this one. So we're going to create, we're going to say on methods. Okay, the first one I'm going to say is going to be private. Doesn't have to stand anything. We're saying add column, add the columns on table. Sorry, add the columns, add vaccinated column table. Don't have to specify anything. So let us create some global variables. Let us have private default table model, sorry. Need default table model. That's called table model. Okay, we can initialize it automatically. Default table model. We go like this way. Okay, so now can you go ahead? Of course, that one can be used inside here. There's not to put, you can put private or anything, nothing else. So the first thing, we're going to make sure we're going to add the columns, nothing else, in shortest time. So I'm going to say table model dot add column. Then specify the column we're going to add. The column number 1, this is going to be citizen ID. This is for the vaccinated one. That means we're going to have just copy and paste citizen ID, then have full names. Also we can have, if it is for vaccinated one, we need vaccine brand name. Okay, I think, and phone number. Okay, after having this one, now we want to make sure we're going to say vaccinated table dot set model. We use that kind of the default table model. Okay, good. So now we can have, let us have 12 of them. Of course, we can create one, we can use it concurrently, but we're good for that one. Let us say table model unvaccinated table model. Now let us have another function to be called, say add unvaccinated column table. It's going to be actually the same. I think it's going to be the same because, or not one, because of course non-vaccinated one, they don't have a vaccine brand, nothing else, that's all. Okay, so that means we can make it the same thing without having two functions, but it's fine. So now we can say this one is going to be so, and then we set this one, we're good. And then now we need to call at each calling the function, at calling each class, we need to call this one, this function. So that's going to be executed and return table column header. Now let us try to run the file. We see what's going to happen. Okay, I forgot to add something. Just override this one because we didn't change the vaccinated one. It's called unvaccinated table. That's how it's called. Now we can run the file from here. Good to go. Now you can see we have unvaccinated citizen, we have citizen ID, phone names, and phone number. But vaccinated one, you have the citizen ID, phone name, vaccine brand, and phone number. That's all. So the other thing we're going to do as soon as we can in this kind of the part of what working on. So we're going to have a function. It does have function private. Doesn't have to say anything. Add vaccinated data. Let us to set to table. Nothing else. Doesn't have to do anything. Okay, we're good from here. So that means we need to retrieve data for the vaccinated one. How we're going to grab those kind of data is going to come from the database, okay? But should be coming from vaccinated one, okay? I hope you do remember on the server we do have this one, whereby we have citizen, we have vaccine. Under the table of vaccine, if we go under this vaccine implementation, of course we can do something here. You can see somehow allow me to modify something. I forgot, so we can have something great new. Instead to use new server the citizen implementation, even we can use, I'm going to show you something else. Let me just copy this one, just show you everything how it should work. We can call automatically say new citizen, exactly, citizen implementation like this way. Also we can call there will be new vaccine implementation. You good, instead to use those kind of the this and so on, you can move them automatically. Let me just comment this one is going to work, I know. So now let us try to go. We just use citizen, but now we're going to use vaccine so that we can grab information for the vaccine, because on the table of vaccine, vaccination, we do have citizen ID, also we have vaccine brand. I think that's all. Okay, let us try to see what do we have for citizen one. Let us try to go to the DAO model, the model, under the vaccination. For the vaccination, you have ID, that's one, vaccination brand, vaccination date, and citizen. Okay, even we can provide the vaccination date on vaccination one. Okay, we'll probably do that. That would be a great thing, so to come up. So now let us try to go quick, try to retrieve those kind of the data from database and then be displayed on the screen. For the citizen registry, we did great things. for registering, but without having too much of things. That's how we just try to go by registry. We try to get the registry. We're going to do the same thing, but for us, we need to retrieve those kind of the information, nothing else, okay? Okay, now here we go. So we're going to come back under the vax data printing. That's what we need. So we're going to have need sound if try and catch, of course, and then we catch all exception that can raise. And then we print the stack trace to see what's going on. So under the try, the first one we need to register the driver. I mean the registry we're going to use. Registry from RMI, say registry, and then it's going to be locate registry dot get registry on the port 7000. So after having, we're going to have an interface. The thing we're going to work on the interface is going to be I don't remember, that's right to say we have vaccine interface. That's what we need. Vaccine interface, and then you say interface going to be interface like this way, and then it's going to be, we're going to use the registry dot lookup. We need to have vaccine as the key to check. So after having this one, of course, they're going to say we need to typecast vaccine interface. We're good to go now. So now we need to return the list of the vaccine one. Okay, I'm going to have list, and then it says it's going to be vaccine, comes from the model, vaccination model, and then it says vaccination list, and then going to say it's going to be interface dot, we need to get all, we need to get vaccinated records. We're good. Now we need to iterate through this kind of the vaccination list. Let us try to import this one from Java ETL, and then we come here after having this one. So we need to iterate through this one so that we can add those data automatically to the table, nothing else, okay? But of course we need, by using the ID, we retrieve some information for the ID. So we need another interface. We need another interface for that's going to help us to get exactly the ID information. I mean some information from the ID. We need citizen registry. It's going to be interface for citizen, and then let us say citizen registry. So registry.lookup is going to be the same, but this one is going to use citizen. I hope I'll write it correctly. We're going to go to check. Now we're going to say we're going to have iterator. Then you say iterator. So iterator like this way is going to be imported automatically, and then it's going to be equal to the vaccination list dot iterate dot iterator. So now after having this one, I'm going to say while iterator has something, I'm going to display something else on a screen dot has next, and then we come up with some information down here. So we need to have, because we're going to have, comes from vaccine brand, vaccination as model, when the bundle, it has have vaccine, and then it's going to be equal to the iterator the next, okay? But of course they're going to say need to be typecasted because object cannot be converted to the vaccination one, okay? So we need to change it like this way with typecast. Now we should add information on table. We should add the information table, but before we need to retrieve according to the ID we have. We need also to have an information come from the citizen, okay? How can we grab the information for the citizen? So we need another citizen one comes from the model that says it's going to be the citizen here, and then it's going to be exactly it's going to be interface. We have citizen interface dot. We need to get it. Try to see what we have from here. I don't remember the classes we do have from citizen registry. Oops, it's not citizen registry, it should be, I'm sorry, citizen interface actually. Citizen interface, that's the reason why I was missing something. Okay, that was my typecasting. I mean, now my typo, now we can see get citizen by ID. We provide the exact ID by using vaccine dot get foreigner key and then return the exactly the citizen ID. Of course, string cannot be converted to the citizen. Okay, it seems we need to pass some information from here, just according to the what we did on the backend one. So let us do like this way. It's going to be a new citizen. The model, you can see we have citizen where we provide the ID for finding, and then we can use vaccine dot get citizen foreigner key, and then we can pass exactly by using this kind of the citizen we just create here. Now, after having this one, that means this kind of the citizen is going to come up with all the information we need from that kind of the ID. So now, the thing is we're going to do right now, we need to display this kind of data to the database, I mean to the table, okay? So now we need to use table model, because this one is for the vaccinated one, dot add law. We need to add law, but we're going to use the object one, add is of the object, and then we provide something here. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to say new object, array of them, then you provide some information like this way. Okay, so that's how we do the things. You just put is a new object, and then you put curly brace, and then square bracket, curly braces, then you put each and everything you need inside here. So the first one, as on table for the vaccinated one, we just need citizen ID. We need to provide citizen ID first. That means we're going to have citizen dot, we need to get citizen ID, then put comma. So the next one, it is all about full names. That means the names for the citizen. RMI is going to be to the citizen dot get full names, put comma, and then also we need vaccine brand. That means this one is going to come from this guy for the vaccine, vas dot get vaccination brand. So also we need what else, phone number. That means now we're going to use citizen dot get phone number. We done it from here like this way. That's how we set this guy for the table model. And then after having a while loop, now we can have we can settle. After a while loop, now we can come here, down here we say vaccinated table dot set model inside here to use table model. Okay, we good. Now we're going to try to run the file to see if those kind of data is going to be added there. If it doesn't work, we're going to do something else. So to see why it's not able to pick them. So then need this one should be added down here. So now let us run the file to see what's going to happen. Okay, connection fused. You can see it's trying to connect but didn't work. That means first we should run the server. Let's go to the server, because trying to retrieve data, but those data was not there. So let us run the file. Okay, now let us back to the printing thing. We'll run the file. Let's see what's happening in background. Can you see just trying to retrieve data? Okay. Select each and everything you see. You can see now we have this guy, the ID, phone names, the vaccine brand, and phone number. Those are the information you just type, we put there. So that's good. That's great point. Now we can have also, you can see we can print out the date of the vaccination date. How can you do that? You just need to add the date field. So before we just make to the end of this video, so we just need also to display the unvaccinated citizen. That means we just need to retrieve all citizen, but with the flag 0. Okay, let us try to see this one. Let us just quit this one. So do you remember for the model class for the citizen, you see this one have say boolean, is it vaccinated? That means if it's false, that means it's not vaccinated. If it is true, that means you retrieve all the information of that guy. So that's where you can just implement this kind of the great thing. So now let us try to go on data printing. Let us go to the data printing. Let us have another method. This one is going to be private void add unvaccinated data to table this way, and then you come up with try and catch. Just have try and catch all exception that can raise. Now we say exception.print stack trace. So now we come here, we just need to first register registry like this way, and it's going to be need to locate it dot get registry, provide 7,000, and then this one you're going to use only citizen interface, nothing else. Interface, can use any name you wish. Say, of course, you need to do typecasting first. Registry dot lookup. This one need to check for citizen. That's the key point here. So now we need to return the list of non-vaccinated one. So we just need to provide the condition. That means we're going to go to the list, say this one should be the citizen, only citizen, and then it says citizen list, and then it's going to be our interface dot. We need to get all citizen by ID. You see, well, we can just find, you can see just getting all citizen. We can get all citizen, and then when we are trying to add that kind of information, we check if this guy has been vaccinated, okay? Or you can have one method that is going to retrieve vaccinated one and non-vaccinated. We can do that. We can do that wherever on the backend side. But let me make it like this way. Those are the different ideas I'm just trying to give it to you so that you can go ahead and try to do implementation. .iterator. It will probably decrease the much of the work. I mean, the things we're working on here. It will go with data coherence and so on. So we say data iterator dot has next, and then we come up with something else. We're going to have citizen here, and then it's going to be, of course, typecasting, shortest of time. It says it's going to be iterator dot next. And then you come here, we say if citizen dot get try to see sorry, is vaccinated. We didn't change anything from here. You can go ahead. This one is going to return either true or false. Okay, if it is false, now we're good to go. We can add it. We can add this guy to our table mode. Okay, let us have we can have another model. We can use the same one because, but it's okay, we can implement a new one. That's fine, it's fine for sure. Dot add laws. Add the law, we say new object, and then put, remove each and everything, curly brace, then hit enter. And then we just need what do we need from this guy? We just need ID, phone name, and phone number, nothing else. So we're going to have the citizen dot get ID. So need citizen dot get phone names. Also we need citizen dot get phone number. After having this one, we go to the after the while loop, we say now unvaccinated table dot set model. So let's set model, we use unvaccinated one. Oops, do you use capital letter? Interesting. Should be small capital. It's not function, it should be like this way. So I try to change wherever I have this guy. Okay, now you can change this one to be Annie because it is available, not this one. Okay, now we can save this one. It's going to do a bunch of works here, and then after having it, we call this guy right here under this one. Say okay, great. Now if we try to run the file, that's what's going to happen. Of course, it has to retrieve all the information in database automatically. You can see just retrieve all unvaccinated one. Also, we have the vaccinated one. Okay. So now this is how we're trying to print out the information from database. If it's a project, that give you the marks, or the school project you're going to get 4 marks for this one. But I do hope you just realize the way it is, how it's quickest one. I'm going to just try to do something in 5 minutes, where thereby I'm going just to put, when we're just done with citizen registry, we can add something. I'm going to modify something here. We say, do you wish to register to vaccinate citizen? If yes, I'm going to just try to make sure I want just to do something else. That means we can call another class. Let us put a button from here. It's not the context here. It's not the context. Can say if yes, we call the class to register the vaccine. Otherwise, no. Okay. So do you wish to vaccinate citizen? Also, we can have another name. Say, do you wish to spread the information here? Just copy and paste down here. You can have, say, to display information like this way. So if yes, we continue. Let me just change the variable name to be add vaccine button. So this one is going to be print data button. So we can go ahead and implement something down here inside of this button. Right click on this one, you got the event action to be performed, and then you can come here It's a great point. We can create vaccine registry. Say vaccine registry. It's going to be a new vaccine registry. As soon as quick we can, then we say, well, we need to add this one to make this one to be visible, nothing else. So we're going to make vaccine registry, this guy to be can use show, or we can set to be visible, set visible to true wherever it's going to work. Okay, and then after making this one visible, we just need to make sure this one is disposable. That means no longer the class we're just working on is no longer being visible on our human eyes. We can do that. So we can even go ahead and try to go with this one, the same process. This one is going to be, we need to call data printing class. Say data printing, wherever it call one of this class is going to make sure one is visible, others being closed automatically. So set to be visible to true, and this one is going to dispose this class too. Dispose this class. Now if you try to run the file from here, what's going to happen. If I click yes, what's going to happen? You see just calling the other class instead to have the other one. Okay, so you can have implementation of both of two, and then we go to go. That's the great point actually. Let me just do that one. Let us try to just copy, select all of them by using control. Let us copy, and then we come here under the vaccine registry, and then we paste down here. Then we come here, we just put down here. We go to go. Now we save. If we go under the event, you see it comes with each and everything we're just having. That's the great thing for the copy and paste, nothing else. Okay, even if you run this file, of course we're going to change something for the other one. Instead to call the vaccine registry, let me just try to figure this one. To call this one, we just need to say citizen registry. And now we're going to say citizen registry, a new citizen registry, and then you do like this way. We go to go. Now if you run the file, okay, you can see we have this kind of the IDs, nothing else. Let us try to just the naming. Let us say 1 2 3 4 5. Let us say data tester, and then provide some phone number. Then we register this guy. You can see data successful. Now if we go to the vaccine registry, let us register that guy. You can see I'm able to provide 3 of them. Let us use this one. Let us give him Modema, and then it is today's date. Let's say check this one, and then we save. You can see it has been vaccinated with that kind of the ID. You can see it's no longer here. And then if we try to display the information right here, you see under the vaccinated one, we have other one, the next one, data tester with Modema, nothing else. Okay, we good. Now, that was the great point. Now I hope you just understand how the system works. It implement whatever the things being requested by the end user. Try to go ahead and try to implement your own, and then try to figure out even how to use the association and so on. So thank you all. Have a great moment.